Hi everyone, welcome to another Simbi business case of the week, where this week we're celebrating the value of Diligent. I'll be walking through a Diligent business case built on Simbi and how a rep bring their value proposition to life with a prospect. And this is specifically for their ESG product. So if we imagine I'm a Diligent rep speaking with a prospect, I'd start on an initial call and generate a business case as soon as I know which product they're interested in. So in this case, I'm using the ESG template. And I can begin to communicate Diligent's value drivers. I've already started by putting my prospect's name up in the top. Now, by way of introduction, Diligent helps organizations expertly manage ESG considerations through their platform. And the ESG platform addresses a number of key challenges, including high manual labor, data quality concerns, and complexity in auditing emissions data. I might start by reiterating some of these customer challenges in the challenges section here. And then I can dive into the first area of value. So let's start by how Diligent reduces time spent on collecting, validating, and sharing emissions data. Currently, those processes take around 2,800 hours annually. With Diligent, that drops to 840 hours per year. That's a total of 1,960 hours per year. And one method of showing the value of this is by showing how that time might be relocated into value add work. And in this case, the avoided costs of hiring external agencies to do some of this work. What I've done here is show what the costs of an external agency might be against that time savings which we're showing. Beyond data collection, Diligent also reduces the time spent aggregating emissions data. The platform cuts aggregation time, in this case, valued at almost $50,000. And this is based off FTE hourly rates. Now, this is another method of quantifying that time savings. With a prospect, they might want some of these numbers personalized. And so what I can do is go into the variable section and then begin to fill in some of these numbers based off my prospect situation. Now, whatever these numbers then might be will change in the charts to reflect the new numbers that I've just filled in. With Simbi's CRM integration, this data is actually pulled in automatically from transcripts and deal notes by our AI agents. Just below, we have another time saving, and this time with no financial number attached, but certainly can still be a powerful message in the narrative of the business case. Finally, we're showing that Diligent can reduce the external audit costs, and we're showing this across the 3-year span of the business case, showing that the savings will reduce increasingly over time. But equally, we can choose to show this over just 1 year or the entire time. Our pricing structure includes a license fee recurring every year, which I can change in the cost calculation and increase as I know the pricing of my prospect might increase more. And this is including licensing costs, but then also one-off implementation and training costs, which I've added some notes about in terms of where exactly that's coming from. This brings us to a really compelling ROI configured to my prospects' numbers and based off their specific TCO. If I jump back into the exec summary, I can create an ROI summary using AI for the introduction. Some of the quantified elements have already been filled in, and I can also fill in how Diligent will address my customers' key challenges using context from the business case that's already in there. What we also have at the bottom is the cost of delay, showing every month that this decision is delayed, what is the value that my prospect is missing out on. It's a really crucial tool for avoiding inaction. Now, before sharing it, I can also brand the business case for my prospect. And so I can actually adjust the color scheme to make it more aligned with my prospect's colors and also change their logo in the top left corner. I can then share with the prospect by email and collaborate directly with them on the business case in the Simbi platform. And I can track all of their activity and if they've shared it with any other stakeholders internally. I want to emphasize that all the information about Diligent, including value drivers and pricing, comes from publicly available sources. And what we've explored today is a value hypothesis showing what the Diligent business case might look like on Simbi. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.